Welcome to the Independent School Podcast. Thinking and acting strategically is the key to both securing the future of your school and helping to build a more equal and just world. My name's Juliette Corbett. I'm a consultant, speaker and facilitator specialising in helping independent schools. In this podcast, I translate tried and tested strategy and fundraising techniques into a language that works for schools. So if you're a senior leader in a private school and you want your daily work to feel less exhausting and more strategic, and if you want once more to feel the joy of making the world a better place through education, then you're in the right place. Welcome, and let's get started on this week's episode. Hello and welcome to this week's episode, which is landing in your inbox or your podcast app on the 23rd of December. So if you celebrate Christmas, a very Merry Christmas to you. If you don't, I wish you the freedom to celebrate your important religious and cultural traditions throughout the year. And for this season, may you also have a wonderful time to enjoy with your friends and family. Many religions actually have a tradition of gratitude rooted right through them, including Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, and Hindu traditions. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about this week, is the importance of recognising that we are thankful for things and feeling grateful and gratitude, and then the vital importance of sharing that gratitude with others. And that's going to be our theme for this week's episode. Really quickly, before we dive into the detail, I want to make sure that you make the most of the time you invest listening to this podcast. And the best way to do that is to make sure you grab a copy of my free ebook, The Strategic Independent School Leader. It outlines how to answer the 6 essential questions that will clarify your school strategy and secure its future. In the world of business, strategy can be full of jargon, but it doesn't have to be that way. This is a jargon-free tool tailor-made to help private school leaders think and act more strategically. Download your free copy today at www.consultjuliette.co.uk/ebook. So I first thought of talking about gratitude in this episode because as we come towards the end of 2021, I wanted to have an opportunity to say thank you to all of my fantastic podcast listeners, the guests that we've had on this year who have been just superb, and the many wonderful clients that I've been working with through the year. As we come to the end of the year, it's often a moment for reflection, and so expressing thanks and gratitude to those around you who have contributed to your success and your happiness during this year is a natural way that our thoughts go. So thank you to all of you. And as I was pondering gratitude and the importance of showing and sharing gratitude to others, it made me remember that actually gratitude is a really critically important element of both leadership and fundraising. And those are the 2 themes I wanted to talk about today, and thinking about the role of gratitude and sharing gratitude with others in both leadership and fundraising. So leadership, first of all. We've seen a huge trend over, it must have been progressively over the last 50, 60 years now, of a shift from leadership being very top down. You have to have a single charismatic, often male, let's be honest, leader who sort of has such a visionary control over their followers that they can just determine where their organisation is going. We have shifted much more to a template of good leadership being around authenticity, involvement. And so it's natural that this includes leaders showing gratitude. And when leaders show gratitude to those who have contributed to the success of themselves in their career and also of their schools as a whole, it's really, really beneficial because it fosters teamwork and cooperation. We are super interconnected in the way that we seek success and the way that we get results these days. It's an age of expertise coming through. Each of us has our own area of expertise. and then interconnecting people with a variety of these really deep knowledge on certain subjects is how we create beautifully balanced and cooperative teams. So gratitude is almost like the glue that holds together this team, the teamwork and the cooperation that you need to see. Gratitude is a way of making sure with authenticity, and it's really important, is authentic gratitude, that you're sharing with others the impact that they are having on the success of the whole team. It also really promotes empathy and compassion, a sense that by sharing gratitude, not just feeling it internally, but by expressing it to individuals externally, you're showing to people that I care about how you feel, and to some extent I understand how you feel, or at least have compassion for the way that you are feeling. And so by sharing gratitude as a leader and encouraging all members of your school community and team to share gratitude, by role modelling that, you are demonstrating the empathy and compassion which is absolutely essential in effective leadership. Now, some of you may be thinking, yep, I buy all of that. Without a doubt, you're absolutely right. Others might be thinking, I need a little bit more evidence, that there's some empirical research that actually best backs this up. It sounds a little bit warm and fuzzy without having any concrete evidence behind it. In actual fact, as you probably are not surprised, we've seen some interesting research into the role of gratitude in leadership in recent years, largely kind of following that trend towards mindfulness and gratitude in wider society. And Forbes recently reported that the research is showing that gratitude can increase productivity within teams, and that grateful leaders have a much stronger growth mindset and higher emotional intelligence. So by practicing gratitude, and sometimes it is a practice, it's something we have to remember to do, and to recognise others for their contribution, both one-to-one and publicly. By practicing that gratitude, we are also encouraging that sense of growth mindset in ourselves and others, and building emotional intelligence. And we know for sure, with a lot of evidence, that both growth mindset and emotional intelligence are really critical components of effective leadership. So maybe a little pause for reflection. To what extent do you take the time to not just feel gratitude for those that you're leading, but also to express that gratitude to them in an authentic way? And perhaps that's something you may wish to work on a little bit more as we go into 2022. The other area that came to mind immediately when thinking about gratitude in school communities is the role of gratitude in fundraising. Now, we know that good fundraising practice involves thanking our donors. But actually, it's more than just doing it because we know we should. It's authentically feeling gratitude and then expressing it publicly to those donors. When you express thanks one-to-one with a donor or publicly, it makes that donor feel good, which is absolutely right. They should feel good if they've made a contribution which is significant for them, regardless of the level of the financial donation they've made. They deserve to feel good for making that contribution to your school. So thanking them authentically makes the donors feel good, and they deserve to feel good. But it also encourages others to give. And we talk a lot about developing a culture of philanthropy, and one of the best ways to develop that with authenticity and openness and transparency is just to say thank you a lot and in public, because it makes everyone feel like this is a successful project that others are supporting. They want to identify themselves with these people who are being thanked, and therefore they're more likely to give themselves. And there's no trickery involved, there's no sleight of hand. It's all through just authentic gratitude being shown. And of course, it's not just to the financial donors, it's also to volunteers. All of those people throughout your school community who give their time, give their talents, who volunteer to make various different things possible in your school community, they also deserve your thanks. And the same applies by thanking them in public. You're not only making those volunteers feel seen and feel really good about themselves and feel valued in your community, you're also encouraging others to step up and become volunteers. So I think gratitude is a really wonderful theme to be exploring at this time of year. And it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it's part of a wider trend of being mindful about the way that we interact with those around us. It's about taking the time to understand yourself, the people and the things that you are grateful for. But as well as feeling that gratitude, it's really important that you share it with others so that they know that you're feeling grateful for their contribution. So as we wrap up this sort of Christmas edition of the Independent School podcast, I wish you the greatest of relaxing times. 2021 has been stressful for everybody. Take the time for yourself to look after yourself. Enjoy time with your friends and family. Please switch off your devices at some point. It's critically important for our mental well-being. Look after yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye then. Thanks for listening to the Independent School Podcast, the podcast that helps senior leaders in private schools to think and act more strategically, both because they want to secure the future of their school and because they want to help build a more equal and just world. You can listen in everywhere that podcasts are available. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes or follow any of the links that I've mentioned today, just head over to www.consultjuliet.co.uk/podcast.